be honest.
Yes. Sunday at Comic-Con.
I'm a little tired.
So, you and the Genie last year, you brought back a character you guys kind of killed 2 years ago. You brought back Charlie. Are we going to see more of Charlie? And are we going to see Charlie and Rowena's road trip?
I would love to see Charlie and Rowena's road
So
trip. That would be wonderful. It's discussed. It has not yet happened, but I would love to see that. And yeah, we're going to see a good deal of Charlie. And it's strange for the guys because to look at her, they just can't help falling back into old patterns and treating her like this kid sister that they are still grieving. And yet this person is her whole person. She's not a mirror image of Charlie, which she aggressively points out. She did a little bit last season. So yeah, we'll see quite a lot.
Do you have that same problem with Bobby, who will also be, I'm assuming, around this season?
Yeah, but to a lesser degree, because I think he kind of falls into that natural mentor role. For some reason, he has an affinity for Sam and Dean, probably because they do what he does. They've been where he's been. So yeah, but we're going to see a lot of Bobby. That was not a tease. That was not just to get him through, just in case we wanted to use him. He actually has a role and steps right into the team. So it's kind of nice to see that dynamic.
What can we expect with the core characters as far as the changes? Clearly, Dean's will have changed the most initially, but what can we expect?
Well, if you really look at it, Jack is a human being who's been on the planet for maybe a year and has had zero human experiences. Ever since, from the get-go, he was this supernatural, amazing force that had to be channeled because he was so incredibly powerful he could be destructive. All that's been taken away. He is not the biggest badass in the room anymore. So how do you go from that just to being a regular guy who has no experience being on the planet? So that's a huge shift. Castiel is going to become more custodial of Jack. He's going to kind of mentor him because he's also lost all of his powers, so he knows what that feeling is like. And so he has, just because by dint of being an angel and Jack used to be an archangel, he kind of knows what that's like. So he's going to step into the shoes that Sam and Dean were kind of filling, just trying to channel Jack's powers. Cass is going to try to lift this kid up, because you can imagine the despondency of just losing all of that and how do I fit in and thinking, gee, I don't fit in. And Cass has got to kind of pull him back up, because Sam is not unavailable, but he's preoccupied with saving his brother.
Is Mary going to be involved in that as well as she and Jack are going to be involved in
I missed the first second
Is
part.
Mary going to be involved with Jack, or is she going to be part of the group looking for Dean?
Right now, she is part of the team looking for Dean. That core team group is going to be Sam, Bobby, and Mary at the outset. And there are things that Cass has to do back at the bunker that are going to be yet revealed. So, she's very much part of that.
Where's Rowena in all of this?
Rowena comes back in, I can't remember what episode, but she becomes very actively involved. Because there's a whole plot thing that's about to unfold that she's going to become instrumental in. She's going to be a player for us this year.
We were talking about it a little bit before, but how do you think having a slightly shorter episode might affect the storytelling?
Having the 20 versus the 23? Well, it's 20 that you can focus on versus 23, which I think inevitably means that the storytelling is going to be probably more concise and more pulled together. I think, from what I can gather, some of the fan complaint is that occasionally some of the episodes feel disjointed. They don't feel like they're part of the whole tapestry. I think there'll be less of that this year. I think that the myth arc is going to run through even episodes that are standalones. So I think it's going to affect that. And you'll probably see a slightly more rested cast and crew. Fewer bags under the eyes.
Well, Misha kind of teasingly said that Jensen would only be working 1 day a week for these episodes now. Is there going to be like a significant cutback on the appearance of Jensen?
Not so you're going to notice. I mean, I think leads of series, you can just run them ragged, and you can forget that you're actually dealing with human beings, and they start ending up in every scene, which means they're working every day, and these are long hours. So I think by guaranteeing them a little bit more time off, it's only going to benefit the show in that you're going to get fresh as a daisy, Sam and Dean. but there's a way of ganging the scenes together so that even though they may be working 3 days, you get a lot of scenes done that way that are then pieced out for the show. So I think there's not going to be a feeling of their absence.
Can you tease about how long we're going to have Michael around?
No.
I had to try.
Michael's going to be around long enough to be a really legitimate threat because he has to build his forces, build his strategy, and find a way to do what he did masterfully in the other world, except hopefully with less disastrous results. So, yeah, we'll see Michael for long enough.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.